Orchid Core VMS version 2.8 introduces several product enhancements, including the new fisheye dewarping feature. Other enhancements include an improved video player, a simplified activation process, additional server event messages, a new reference point on the retention policy, the ability to configure RTSP recording latency, and support for Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 and CentOS 8. The most significant change in Orchid Core VMS is the fisheye dewarping feature. On fisheye cameras that support it, this feature allows you to select one of 3 different views at the player. The standard fisheye, the perspective view, which displays a selected portion of the image that can be manipulated at the player, and the panorama view, which provides a flattened image of the entire 360-degree camera view. To use the dewarping feature, the administrator must enable the feature and adjust the settings that will set the default view for the perspective and the panorama options. There is also a new dewarp option for exporting video. This gives you the ability to export the default perspective view from a fisheye camera. Several improvements have been made to the player. The player and PTZ controls have been refreshed, and Orchid now supports click to center in PTZ mode on cameras that support it. Player statistics are now more informative and better organized. The activation process has been simplified. Orchid Core VMS servers that are connected to the Internet can now be activated or renewed with just one step by entering the activation code. The system report has 2 new additional server event messages to help keep you informed. The failover failed message indicates that one of the camera streams encountered a storage device failure. The trusted issuer created and trusted issuer removed events indicate when an Orchid Fusion VMS server registers and detaches from the Orchid Core VMS server. On the retention policy, the current disk utilization section now displays the number of days the system has been monitoring the camera. So when you see a really low value under actual retention, you can refer to the retention span for assurance that the camera stream is being monitored consistently. A new setting has been added to the Orchid Properties file. The recording latency property allows you to specify the maximum allowed delay of an RTSP stream coming into Orchid Core VMS. It may be useful to increase this setting when recording from cameras that are not on the same local network as the Orchid Core VMS server. Last but not least, Orchid Core VMS now supports Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 and CentOS 8. That's our summary of the major new features in Orchid Core VMS. For more details on all of the new features and bug fixes, please refer to the release notes found on the Orchid Core VMS support page at support.ipconfigure.com. Thanks for watching.